May is National Mobility Month, aiming to bring awareness to the challenges faced by the disabled. Some Lafayette citizens are taking strides to keep accessibility at the forefront of the community conversation.
I saw an issue. It was literally a pole that was in the middle of a sidewalk and said, you know, as many millennials do, I was like, let's take to Facebook.
You're probably thinking, a pole in the middle of a sidewalk, not that big of a deal. But for people in wheelchairs like Liam Doyle, it can disrupt their entire day.
These are the type of issues that most of us go about our daily lives and never even think about. And again, we run into that telephone pole in the sidewalk, and we really don't give it a second thought. And so having people really focus on that and point out glaring situations that you think, how did this happen and how did we get here, was pretty significant.
Liam didn't think he'd be able to help change things. However, it was his Facebook post that pointed out some of the big obstacles in the Lafayette area.
Downtown Lafayette is the oldest part of town, so it stands to reason that it has the most ADA issues as far as compliance and sidewalks that need to be updated, curb cuts that need to be put in than any other part of downtown, of Lafayette.
After that post, Doyle found himself joining the Disability Awareness Committee, which was created back during former Mayor President Joey Durrell's first term.
I remember early in 2004 having disability people come and talk at the microphone at the council meeting, and I heard one night one of them said, we don't feel like we have a voice. And so I met with them a couple of times, and really that's where it was born from. It's just trying to give the disabled community a voice in government.
Since the start of the committee nearly 14 years ago, voices of those with disabilities now echo throughout LCG.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is the fact that we're having this conversation at all. A few years ago, you know, we weren't having these conversations like we are now. You know, we have a much stronger presence.
The committee is still growing and improving through Mayor President Joel Robideau's efforts.
It's great to say that we have someone like Joel who's able to say, you know, I don't know a lot about this, but I know people who do, and to have that trust and backing to be able to say that I can now identify the issues as needed is great.
When Durrell started the committee all those years ago, he hoped it would be around to benefit citizens long after his term in office. And advocates like Liam are helping to keep the issues in the spotlight.
But I guess more than anything, I would encourage the disabled community to stay with it, you know, because a lot of the fixes that they think are important and they feel are very important and probably are very important aren't necessarily going to happen for them to benefit from. But if they keep fighting it, those that come after them will be rewarded by it.
LCG has officially funded a plan to make downtown more accessible to the disabled. Officials say work should begin soon.